The CFL beat got the record up to 11-3 with another winner there last week. Let's get this record up to 12-3 with the BC Lions plus 1.5 points in Toronto versus the Argonauts this Saturday. So check out this game situation. The BC Lions, they hit a bit of a bump in the road when their quarterback, Nathan Rourke, went down. They had a couple of ugly losses. They're starting to find their footing now. So since the injury, those ugly losses, and they split a couple of games with Calgary. No shame in that. Calgary second on the Grey Cup's odds board. Then just last week, they smacked the living shit out of Ottawa by 15 points, where they put up 455 total yards in that game. So BC is still very much a respected team in the CFL, at third on the Grey Cup odds board. We have Vernon Adams Jr. filling in at quarterback, doing a good job protecting the football. Hasn't thrown an interception in his last 3 games as the starter. Now, I say how BC is a respectable team. You know who isn't a respectable team? The Toronto Argonauts, sitting there at first in the East Division. But the East is the least. It is the weakest division by far out of the two. The West Division far superior. And you take a look at Toronto when they're playing at respectable competition. Those teams out in the West Division, they lost by 27 to Calgary just last week. They also lost to Calgary earlier in the season. They lost to Winnipeg earlier in the season. And when they played BC earlier in the season, the Lions smacked the living shit out of them. They beat them by 41 points back in June. So you take a look at how these teams match up. I think BC's defense gives them an excellent shot in this game. They can really limit Toronto. BC's defense allowing the fewest passing yards per game. Also one of the best rushing Ds in the league versus an Argonauts offense that's one of the worst on the ground. So I think that this is a fantastic spot. I don't understand Toronto getting the love and being favored in this game. So give me BC to roll here as a small underdog in Toronto. Best of luck with your CFL bets this week. I'll see you next week. Woo!